Hey guys, Jess Halleck here. We're back. You have been asking, and it's finally happening. Guess what's coming out today? If you're seeing this video, it's today. Clip-ins, blend-ins. That's what we're calling it. There is a 2-clip, a 3-clip, and then singles. These are 4 inches. These are 5 inches in width, and the singles are 1 inch. So, oh my gosh, we have been racking our brain of how to demonstrate these in a way that you're like, I understand it, it makes sense, because there is probably 100 ways to use them. So I thought Meredith would be perfect to show that you can add a lot of length with the full set. I have just the blend-ins in on my sides to fill in, so we'll show you that. Let's get started. So they come in 2 lengths, 16 and 20 inch, and they come in the standard colors, which is not a balayage, which is totally fine because we custom color them anyway. So these have been fully customized with a balayage, a little bit of lowlights. They started out just a solid blonde to match her perfectly, so that mine could match me perfectly. That's what we specialize in, so I'm just excited to have another thing to play with to use for you guys. So putting these in your hair, like I said, there's a million ways to do it. I want to just show you how to fill in your sides so you can wear it with a halo, and then how to wear a full set if you wanted to wear it by itself or also with a halo. But like I said, it's all just depends on the person, your own head shape. I did say that they're 2-clip, 3-clip singles, but I'm gonna also talk about them in inches, because then you can measure your own head and know which pieces you're gonna want, because they are sold separately. So the 2-clip are 4 inches wide. So width, I do not mean the length, I mean from here to here. So a halo, just for reference, is 11 inches or so all the way around. So 4 inches should cover just over your ears, fill in your sides just fine, and then you can add the singles in for extra or just where you feel like you need it. But that's one big thing about permanent extensions that people have been on the fence about, of like, oh, but what about my sides? This is where I'm really thin, or I'm heavy in the back, but I'm thin up front, and a halo doesn't come far enough forward. So wearing these with a halo is a game changer. So actually, let me show you that first. So I'm gonna put just two types of halos on her. I'm gonna put a natural 16 inch, because a lot of us just like an easy thickness and length, especially for summer. And then we'll stack the blend-ins on top of it. So like I said, this is just a 16 inch, which most people, if you're pretty fine in texture, then you probably have felt somewhat like you're missing something on top. You can always like volumize your hair a bit, but pairing these with your halo is a game changer. Like literally, I don't feel like I'll ever need anything else. So here's her 16. Twist it a little bit. Okay, now turn your side. So this is where most of you have the concern of like, I just want to fill in my sides, whether it's broken or your hairline doesn't go that far forward. So we're gonna pair these in front. Okay, so when you're doing it to yourself, I recommend just following the line of your halo. So your halo is adjustable if you want it to sit lower on your head for this or not. But I'm gonna go just above her halo line, like so. Clip her hair out of the way. And I'm just using the 4 inch ones on the sides, but you could use the 5 inch if you have more area to cover. And these clips are so good. I've been shocked at how little hair they need to secure. First of all, can we just acknowledge custom coloring? It's perfection. So it is worth it to get it done this way. So this is now coming further forward than her halo. Just look at it side by side. So this is totally fine. I mean, we've had just a halo for so long, but this is just that much better. So I know you guys are gonna go crazy over these. Okay, let me put it on the other side. Okay, they're both in. I still am just like, whoa. Oh my gosh, can I see it again? It is so flipping good. Okay, go from the side. This is the game changer. Oh, it covers. Now the other side. I'm in love. I don't even know. Okay, and then here's your singles. So these also can be sold separate, but these are great to just fill in the gap. You're like, I just want a little bit more right here, or I want to stack them, or I just want to add a little bit back here to transition. Blend-ins, that package is going to be a 4 inch or 5 inch set plus your singles, so that you can put these where you feel like you need it. But for a 16 inch original, or any of the natural lengths that we're going to do, I don't feel like you need all the pieces. This already makes a huge difference. But I'm gonna show you the King Kong 22 inch, really full, and that's when we're definitely gonna want more pieces to go with it. Okay, now we're doing a very full 22 inch. So lots of us love this halo, but if you have short hair or really fine hair, then you might feel a bit off balance by doing this long of a length. And so then you go to something that's a little bit shorter. But if you want to make your mermaid dreams come true, then pairing this with some blend-ins will just balance everything out so it doesn't feel like it's out of place. So her hair blends with this length just fine. But it will blend even better. I'm going to use the 5-inch ones for this, just to compare. Okay, so I'm going to pull up her sides and I'm going to use her current halo placement as the guide, just because I feel like that's what we know. It's the easiest to follow. So I'm going to place it. I'm going to put that first clip right in front of where that halo ends. And it is probably a little easier to start with the middle clip and then clip the outer two with this one, just because it's so much longer or so much wider. Okay. Then it already connects so much better. I'm also going to add in a few singles just to add to it. So, and these are so easy. Like I'm telling you, these are extremely user-friendly, and you've seen the texture of her hair, and they lay so flat. They are not bulky clips whatsoever. So that's just one little single added on to the 5-inch, and that already gives her enough of a connection moving forward. If you wanted to put another one in so that she gets even one more panel right there, you could add that right in the bang. Right here. And then that blends even more. So see, without, and then with. A little more. She just has so much more hair blending forward. And what's really nice is if we've already made you a halo, then customizing these is going to be really easy. And if you're purchasing it with a halo at the same time, then we can color everything at the same time, so it's perfect. But these are complete game changers. So let me show you from the back. I'll just keep turning. So these clip-ins will still blend in into her halo. She doesn't have them on this side. Actually, it's a good comparison. So you see how there's more, it's just flat through here and then it blends in, which is still totally great. But if you wanted more hair to connect, then she's got like an extra layer right here heading into it. So another thing you can do, let's say that you had a really blunt haircut or you just wanted more right here. You could use that 5-inch and put it right here and give yourself another layer. So right here, so I'm telling you, as soon as we started playing with these and thinking of all the different applications they could work with, it got a little overwhelming, but fun at the same time. These clips are so strong. Voila. Crazy, right? Okay. I'm obsessed. Now, I want to show you what it looks like to do a full set without a halo. We still love the halos, but you can wear these in a full set. Okay, we took everything out. Now we're going to put it all back in. Okay, so to section for a full set is a little bit different, and it will somewhat vary on your own head shape. But generally, this is going to be a rule of thumb. The things that might vary is just instead of being further forward, it might be further back. It might be a little bit higher in the back or a little bit lower. Use your best judgment, but there's not really a wrong way to do this. Okay, yeah, let's turn. So we're going to start in the back. These you can do a slight bend, but I prefer to keep this base one pretty flat or pretty straight. So the nape of her head is right here. I don't like to put these on my neck because it will start to bug me. So clip your center first, and this clip is so good that you don't need to tease your hair, which also prevents damage, which is great. If you feel like you need to tease it, of course you can. So there's your single. Then I'm gonna put in one more. And again, this will depend on how wide the back of your head is. Like it'll vary. And some people have thickness in different parts of their head. Like some people are bottom heavy and are finer on top, so they need most of these to be shifted up rather than down. It's also gonna matter whether you're adding length or if you're just adding all around fullness. That's the only thing about clips is you kind of gotta remember where you like to place them, because the length can vary. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be pretty close. So then after I place this second clip, this is about where the bend of your halo would be placed. So then follow this line at an angle. I just think following halo placement in theory is probably the most familiar, and also to make sure that this stays even on both sides. Okay, so you do not need to be touching, each clip does not need to be touching. You could leave about an inch gap in between. You could do that kind of on purpose too if you want to add, because you will have these singles as well to fill in those. These are 1 inch width, but it's just, in general, it doesn't need to be perfect. So I don't want to kiss this one. I'm going to move it a little further forward, and I want it to come about, where are we? About 2 inches in front of her ear. So if you want a really full front fill in along with a full set, you might want to do one more pair of like the 2 clips or something. But when we're trying to add length, these are going to sit a little bit further back, just in general. So now that's in. We're going to turn her all the way around and put the same clip set on this side. Okay, so she is matching on all sides. Everything is not touching, it doesn't have to. Then I'm gonna take her hair down and just see what it looks like, and then I'll use those 1 inch pieces to decide where they need to go to just fill in some holes or where I wanna add some thickness. So this is without the singles in still. I see we need a little bit more weight on this side. This side looks pretty good. The back looks good. So I'm gonna fill in right here first, and we'll see what we look like. And you can place the singles, you can continue to stack above, or you can stack below. Again, it's really gonna depend on your own density. So I put 1 in right there. Let's do another one. I think I want it to go, I turn it side a little. Maybe like right there. And again, this is totally customized to like your own hair. Everyone will be different. This is just my general rule of thumb. So you can't see it, blends perfectly, looks very natural if her hair was this long. Okay, now turn and let's figure out this side. Okay, so she generally has more hair on this side, which is why it's not looking off balance, but when she turns, I see a little bit of a hole through here, so I want to put 1 right there just to fill it in, and that might be it. I might not use all of them. Okay, I put that last one in, this last clip right here. It really depends on your density and just where your thickness is, where you're gonna wanna put it, and just preference of the look that you're going for. Because also, let's throw out there, if you want, let's say she had a really hard time lifting to blonde and she's gonna use these to give her the pops of blonde that she really wants, then we can customize them that way so that they still transition well, but give her that pop that she's looking for. So let's go 360 so you can see her sides, everything is hidden really well. Perfect. And here's her bang, so you know it's still coming pretty far forward. It's a very natural looking setup. So if it's really hot outside, or if you're just wanting this look, then here you go. And you can always buy more of them to make a fuller look. Or if you have like a really angled bob and you want to just fill in your sides and do that look, you can. It's really endless. So if you have any questions, you can fill out the form on my website, and we can order these with your halo, or you can order them separately, but they are fully customized. Or we do have an option if you don't want them customized at all. It's probably the only piece that I'm giving that option for, because some people do like to take it to their stylist to have them cut it on them. But we can do this all virtually still if you just want us to take care of it. So we can color and cut them. So I hope this helped with all of your questions. I'm so excited for you guys to try these and add them on. I know thousands of you have halos, so I can't wait for all of you to get your hands on these.